Hello everybody, this is Christopher Hool, and today we are gonna do a reaction video. And today we are doing a reaction video to a death battle between Green Arrow and Hawkeye. So this is how this reaction video is gonna go down. First, I'm gonna watch the information they give, that death battle usually gives about each character, Green Arrow and Hawkeye, and then I will pause the video and I will talk about who I think will win, and then we will watch the battle and then my final thoughts. So that's how it's going to go. So let's get to the death battle.
Since its creation in the Stone Age, the bow and arrow forever revolutionized hunting and warfare. But these two archers have honed their bow skills to a degree of
I have
pure
yet to keep up
artistry.
with Green Arrow.
Green Arrow, the Emerald Archer of Star City. And Hawkeye, purple-clad trick shooter of the Avengers.
I like them better without the costume.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
Hawkeye's
armor, and skills
purple
to find
costume
out
is
who would
sorta
win a death battle.
Not good looking. That's better looking. That costume right there is better looking.
Allow me to tell you the tale of an archer garbed in green who brought justice to the rich and championed the poor. I speak, of course, of the legendary outlaw named Oliver Queen. What, you think I meant Robin Hood? Come
Yes.
Oliver was the son of Robert and Moira Queen, billionaire owners of the weapons and technology development company Queen Industries in Star City.
Queen.
Oliver was on track to inherit the family business
he
and
met
fortune,
Robin Hood.
but it all ended up coming
Past
sooner
romance
than
is
anybody
9.
expected.
on. While on safari,
make chili.
which rich people apparently
That's
just
good.
do all the time,
Good to know.
Oliver's parents were murdered by lions. No, I'm not kidding,
Not
but
like
hey, Mom
the
got up a
CW
wicked
show.
headshot before she went out.
The family fortune and business were now in
yes.
Oliver's hands. However, desperate to forget the horrible trauma of his parents' death by lions, he turned to a lifestyle of booze and debauchery.
Ah, the best way to cope. Well, until one day he partied so hard that he fell off his private yacht. Hate it when that happens. Eventually, he washed up onto the shore
That
of a
was part
lone
of the
island,
story.
Tom Hanks style.
Desperate to survive, Oliver knew he must resort to the archery training taught to him by his late father. He assembled a makeshift bow and, over time, gained an uncanny accuracy with the weapon.
An
With each
uncanny
successful kill,
accuracy.
Oliver's self-reliance grew, transforming the once
Uncanny
irresponsible
X-Men?
playboy into a capable
Relation?
survivor.
No,
And just in
not
time.
really. I'm just being
Turns
dumb.
out this island was home to a massive drug smuggling operation. How he didn't find them earlier is beyond me, but whatever.
Ah, yes.
With nothing but his hunter's instincts and some newly improvised trick arrows, Oliver brought down the dealers, radioed in a rescue, and returned to Star City a new man. With a newfound taste for justice, Oliver vowed he would no longer waste his talents and use them to protect the innocent. To do this, he would have to become someone else, something else. He became the Green Arrow.
True to his
Quick-witted.
namesake, the Green Arrow favors a bow over anything else. And while that may sound like it puts him at a disadvantage, he's developed trick arrows for every situation. And I do mean every situation.
He carries tear gas arrows, grappling hook arrows,
Boxing
flashbang
glove
arrows,
arrow.
even arrows filled with acid.
Chimney
Is
sweep
that the
arrow?
one for the Grateful Dead concerts?
What?
No, corrosive acid. It burns through things.
He also
chimney
has
sweep?
boomerang arrows, along with diamond-tipped arrows to pierce just about anything, explosive arrows ranging from small blasts to an atomic warhead.
That's a
and,
lot of arrows.
The boxing glove arrow.
Silly as it may appear, Oliver only
Hey.
kills when it's absolutely necessary. So
That's an
delivering
important
a
weapon.
long-range punch
boxing
to the face
glove arrow,
makes some
that's
sense.
important.
At least more so than many of the other trick arrows in his quiver, like the donut arrow, a weapon
That's also
designed to feed children.
Ah,
It's
yes.
dangerous and delicious.
Green Arrow likes to come to
An
a fight
arrow that
prepared,
feeds
and his
children.
expertise extends beyond
Just like
the use
Robin
of a
Hood.
bow. He has extensive training in assassination and martial arts under some of the best teachers around, including Natas, the man who turned Deathstroke into one of the deadliest mercenaries in the world.
Green Arrow became such a skilled fighter that he was voted into the Justice League, saving the world alongside the likes of Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Black Canary, a smoking hot blonde who he took a liking to. Don't mind saving a few more things with her.
Are we dead yet? No. Are we dead yet?
Being a part of the Justice League has pit Green Arrow against foes powerful enough to be called gods, and somehow he not only survives, but he actually helps. He's fast enough to fire 29 arrows in 1 minute. His accuracy is so on point, he is able to shoot water dripping from a faucet at 30 feet away and
Has the
split
willpower
a
to resist a
head.
Black Lantern
He'll
ring.
do whatever it takes
That
to
is
get
a lot
the
of
job
will.
done.
And
like
he's
shooting
not a
a
Green
girl's
Lantern?
hand to keep her from falling, or
Huh.
torture. There's no way around it. He tortures people, but it's for the greater good, right?
Of course.
So if Green
but even
Lantern,
with
if
all
Green
his trick
Arrow
arrows,
got
his quiver does have
Green
limited
Lantern ring,
space,
would he
and
be
prefers
called
to
Green
keep his
Lantern
armor
or
minimal,
Green
focusing
Arrow?
instead on offense over defense.
But hey, he's not all arrows
knows?
and killing. Eventually, he and Black Canary got together and started up a flower shop called Sherwood Florist. As an expert on
Sherwood
bugs,
Florist.
10 out of 10, Ollie.
1 arrow each.
I accept your challenge on 3. 1,
2.
3.
Oh, jeez.
A hero can come from anywhere, from the streets of New York, the depths of space, or a tiny rural home in Iowa.
But growing up in the middle of nowhere wasn't easy for 13-year-old Clint Barton. Turns out his dad had some bad habits, like being an alcoholic or beating the shit out of his sons, Clint and Barney.
After
yes.
years of abuse, Clint longed to fight back and defend his family
Francis
from his violent
Fought
father.
under
Obviously,
4
a bit too
superhero
much
names.
to ask of a
Past
13-year-old
romance
child.
is 6.
Luckily
Because
enough,
that's
his
important.
dad's car did the job for him, along with a big tree. Remember, kids, drinking and driving is not okay. I mean,
Yes.
do you want this to be you? That's what I
Drinking and driving
Orphaned by
is not
DWI,
okay.
Clint and Barney had a second chance at a family
PSA for
and
today.
were adopted by a new dad, who was just as bad as the first.
thought. Maybe even more.
Wow.
Dad number 2 tried to run him down with his car.
Until they were rescued by circus performers Jacques and Buck, who took them under their wing and into the Carson Carnival of Traveling Wonders.
These guys
Carnies.
saw
He's
potential
a
in
carny.
Clint's natural bow and arrow talent and began his archery training. Clint's skill rose rapidly, and he soon took the stage as Hawkeye, the trick shooter.
In only 1 year, Hawkeye became a master of his craft. But a rift formed between teacher and student when he discovered Jacques was stealing money from the circus and training his brother Barney to be a thief.
Turns out the 2 heroes who rescued them were actually supervillains.
Ah, yes.
What's with these kids' luck? Did they like
yes.
open an umbrella inside which scared a black cat to dart under
Such
a
bad
ladder
luck
which
for
fell and
Hawkeye.
broke a mirror reflecting the sun's rays to burn down a field of 4-leaf clovers?
No, that happened to Nick. What?
Anyway, Clint hated the idea of working for a couple of D-bags and ran away. Lucky for him, all it took to find a new calling in life was to see Iron Man soaring overhead. Another
would get
alcoholic
anyone?
father figure.
That would
But in the
bring
fun
a
way.
lot of people to the call to
Inspired
see
use his
Iron Man
talents to
fly.
fight criminals just like the Iron Avenger,
Fly along
Clint
you.
took up his old stage name, donned his
I'd definitely
circus
become a
costume
hero
once
if I
more,
saw that.
and crafted a wide assortment of multi-use trick arrows.
Tick, tick, boom.
He has puns too.
Hawkeye's putty arrows cover foes in glue. His acid arrows can melt through steel. He can scale buildings with suction-tipped arrows. His
A lot of arrows,
adamantium
but
arrows are
I
tipped
do
in
not
nearly
see a boxing
indestructible
glove
metal.
arrow.
Hell, one of his arrows is a 30-megaton bomb.
He also carries PIM
Just like
particle trick
Green
arrows.
Arrow.
PIM particles shrink or enlarge objects via shifting matter between dimensions. They take their name from Ant-Man.
Hawkeye uses this dimensional wizardry to
particles.
shoot an arrow which is literally full of other arrows.
With his quiver loaded full of impossibility, Hawkeye took to the city to begin his crusade against injustice. But on his first outing, while trying to return some stolen jewels, the police mistook him for a thief. And it really didn't help that he fled the scene with then infamous criminal Black Widow.
Well, he knew better, but if there's
Always
one
running
thing
into a
Hawkeye
bad
does
crowd.
when he's conflicted, it's not ask questions and follow where the old shaft takes you. And no, I'm not talking about a trick arrow. So he helped
Okay.
Black Widow until one of their shenanigans resulted in her apparent death. Believing he was free from the grip of the succubus, he remembered that crime is bad and went to join the Avengers.
Not just the
Same.
Avengers. Over the years, Hawkeye's lent his bow to other super teams such as the Thunderbolts and the Defenders.
Avengers, Defenders, Thunderbolts. I make any team better.
In the midst of highly advanced armor, rage-fueled monsters, and gods from other dimensions, you'd think a simple archer would be of little use. But Hawkeye's feats prove he is anything but simple.
Hawkeye can shoot 4 incoming arrows out of the sky at once, shatter the bow of a distant archer with a single shot, and string his whole bow and fire an arrow in less than a second. Plus, his aim is so good he'll hit bullseyes when he's strapped to what I like to call Satan's carousel.
But he is more than just an archer. After grueling training under Captain America, Clint temporarily set aside the Hawkeye suit to become the samurai Ronin. The result even impressed Iron Fist, one of the greatest martial artists
So he's
in
a
the world.
samurai.
And for
Former
a
samurai.
supposedly normal human, he's surprisingly tough. He's shaken off falls from several stories, fought in battles with cracked ribs, and managed to not die from this.
Luckily for Hawkeye, a kid with a Ghostbusters 2 shirt found him and alerted the paramedics. And he made a complete recovery within 6 weeks.
Who you gonna
6
call?
week
The hospital,
recovery.
kid! Quick! Holy shit! That was like 100 bullets! Bleeding everywhere!
A reminder that even a seasoned Avenger isn't always bulletproof. But after
Of
this,
course.
Hawkeye's buddy Tony Stark upgraded his outfit to include some chainmail. So that's handy.
But it can't cover everything. Plus, Hawkeye can only carry so many trick arrows at once, and has to make every shot count. Also, he's kind of hard of hearing, but you would be too if a psychopath hid behind a door and jammed 2 arrows in your ears. But Tony also made him some kick-ass hearing aids. Though if they get damaged, he'd lose about 80% of his hearing.
Still, as an Avenger, Defender, and so much more, Hawkeye has accomplished a lot for a circus performer from Iowa.
Okay, look, the city's flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense. But I'm going back out there because it's my job. If you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Okay, so with the analysis over, looking at it, Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. Let's think about it. Green Arrow doesn't have a lot going for him. Let's look at armor wise. It's just a hood, and then they didn't explain what he had on. For Hawkeye, Tony Stark gave him the tools like chainmail and stuff to upgrade his armor. So I feel like in that category, Hawkeye has the edge in clothing. For arrows or their arsenal, they both have an equal in it, because all of them basically had trick arrows, and from looking at it, most of them had the same makeup, like a bomb, nuclear weapon. Though Hawkeye didn't have the punching glove arrow, which could be a down for some people, but I digress. Training. I think it comes down to training. Looking at it, Green Arrow trained with a lot of masters in martial arts, but on the other hand, Hawkeye was trained as a carny, and you know how tough they are, and then he was probably most likely trained by Black Widow and the Avengers, Defenders, where he honed his skills. So he has been a samurai master. So that could give him the edge for me. So this is who I think is going to win this death battle. Because of his training, I feel like Hawkeye, well, think about it. Oliver Queen started his training when he was an adult. Hawkeye started his training when he was a child. And children are more impressionable and can build upon that. So I feel like Hawkeye had also more experience. So that's why I feel like Hawkeye is going to win this death battle. So, with my prediction being Hawkeye, let's get right to the death battle and see who is the best archer. Okay, here we go. So, remember, my pick is Hawkeye. Sneaky route. Oh, frick. Just right off the bat. Right off the bat. Oh. I do like his costume. I like Hawkeye's black costume in the movies, but this one is a close second. I don't like his mask. Uh-oh. Arrows flying. Of course that would happen.
Yes, I can dodge and shoot at the same time.
Not today, sweetheart.
Witty banter during the battle.
You're gonna try to out-archer me? This is how it's done.
Something about this.
Oh, frick.
Very not right.
300 attack. Got him. Oh. Should have saw that coming.
Lucky shot, punk.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Oh, shoot.
This takes real skill, you know. World's greatest marksman, at your service.
You should hear the boxing glove arrow when it hits. It makes this kind of sound. I had to record it and make it my ringtone.
Oh.
You remind me of my circus days,
The
clown.
boxing glove arrow did. Oh, frick, he destroyed a building.
One little arrow, one big boom. I like not getting blown up.
He destroyed a building. Anyone?
You're not brash if you can back it up.
Fist fight, fist fight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You
Uh-oh.
look like you're under a lot of stress. I recommend acupuncture, green arrow style.
Uh-oh. What? What?
Ha! Eat your heart out, Robin Hood.
Oh, that's a headache.
Shot for
Oh,
shot,
frick.
arrow for arrow, Green Arrow and Hawkeye are a well-made match,
Oh,
making this
he's-
an extremely close fight.
There he goes.
Green Arrow has pulled off some ridiculous shots. But when Hawkeye is at his best, it's nearly impossible for any mortal man to hit him. We're talking about a guy who catches arrows in his bare hands, even when he's been blinded.
Both archers
Oh,
wield
blinded.
impressive bows, too. An average bow needs as much as 80 pounds of force to pull. Green Arrows has an impressive draw weight of 125 pounds. However, Hawkeye's is double that at 250 pounds. This is the same bow he can fire at near machine gun speeds, even at a faster
Did
rate
not
than Green
factor in
Arrow,
the bow.
while wearing chainmail.
Oliver may have had an arrow for just about any situation, but he didn't have one for making him faster, stronger, and tougher than Hawkeye. Looks like Green Arrow got shafted.
The winner is Hawkeye.
Good pick. Good pick. Okay, so Hawkeye won. I'm glad about that. That was a pretty crazy battle. Still questioning Hawkeye destroyed a building, but I guess we can set that aside because Hawkeye won. So, yeah. Congrats to Hawkeye. Didn't factor in the bow, but, you know. So, this is the end of the reaction video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked watching me react to Green Arrow versus Hawkeye, and if you liked it, go to Screw Attack's channel and give them a like. Obviously, this is just me reacting to it, so don't do anything rash. So, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content like this reaction video, games, other things, skits, you know, whatever I pump out. So, I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Christoph on Hool out.